Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the full season 108 guide from fight 1 until 25. We are going to follow the green route. I will give you a guide for every single fight and some tips on how to approach them. I cannot record my gameplay this season because I'm playing the last day and I probably won't have time to upload it before the season ends. However, I'm going to use a full Z. If you are still interested to see some gameplay with a full Z team, but upload it late after the season end, let me know in the comment section. I can still do that. I just cannot guarantee I will do it on time because it might be too late. However, I gave you this guide so you still can have an idea on how to approach the fight. It will be the same as always, just without the gameplay bit. Anyway, for equipment, like always, you use Clash equip on everyone, C equip on everyone, and the third equip is gonna depend on the character. This is the C equip, Clash equip, and third equip depending on the character. Of course, you need friendship. You don't need to change team from season to season. Just need to change your 2 Z tiers that you will bring for the last 10 fight. You put 2 Z tiers in your bench and you bring them for the last 10 fight. For example, I already have 2 Z tiers. I put them in the bench and I add 5 more character here. Something like that here. We do that and we are sorted. You bring, for example, let's say these two are the 2 Z tier. You bring them for the last 10 fights. So you get enough points for the 1k CC. Yesterday I dropped a team video with some high boost teams. It includes DB, so you can watch it if you want to. But of course you can use any team you want. There is a team building guide playlist, just check it out. Just add 2 Z tiers. The best Z tier for this season, they will be on the route video uploaded 2 days ago. For star requirements, like always, follow this guide. You can pause and zoom in if you want to. Now let's get to the fights themselves. This is fight number 1, super easy, but if you don't approach it correctly, it could be tricky and you'll take a lot of damage. And for this fight, you need to decide beforehand if you want to go full blast or full strike. You decide based on the strength of your team. Is it more strike based or blast based? Now, how do you go full blast or full strike? Let me show you in a second. I'm gonna make a little cut. So, to check if your character is right now using blast or strike, is super simple. You click on them and you can click on the button here and change between strike or blast. If you are going full blast and you have more a blast team, you just change them all to blast like this. I'm changing this tambour into blast. Same here. And like that, you know if your team is going full blast or full strike. Now let's say you chose a full strike team. What you do is you take Jiren first, so you can avoid one strike cover. Both Jiren and Broly can strike cover, so you take one of them first. Jiren is more optimal, let's say, but if you want to take Broly because he's more annoying, you can. Or if you have Green attacking early, you can also take Broly, and the other is gonna be second. So we take Jiren, then Broly second. Third and fourth, it's gonna be Bojack or Goku, one of them, depending on your team. Fifth is gonna be this free-to-play Broly. I believe he's tankier than the others. He will take longer to kill. Plus, he can get some buff when he gets attacked, so we take him fifth. And sixth is gonna be full power Frieza. Now, if you have a full blast team, or at least your 4 slowest character are blast, you can keep your fastest character as strike. It's fine because he won't be covered. What you do is you take full power first. Avoid taking purple to this fight if you have no reds. If you have 2 reds, you can take 1 purple. If you can take no purple, it's fine, because what's gonna happen is one of your characters is gonna get stunned and another character is gonna be nullified by Frieza. So it means 4 characters only are going to kill Frieza before he supers, and you need to have 4 characters that can kill him without any problem. If you have too many purple, it might not happen, and we don't know who is going to be stunned. So having 2 red may be a safety net if you have any purple. Anyway, we go with full power Frieza when you have a full blast team. Then second, you go with Broly like last time. DN4 like last time, one of these two. Fifth, this is blue Broly, and finish with Jiren to Rising Russian because he's a bit tankier than the others. Let's go to fight number 2, which is this one. But before, remember to put everyone back to the correct art. For example, this tambourine, I'm gonna put him back to strike from blast, because in the last fight, if you put him blast, you can change him to strike. Same for blast characters that you put back to strike, you can change them back. Now, let me de-zoom a little bit the map. This is gonna be fight number 2. And it's a very easy one. What you need to know is this Mai, the purple one, she can support allies end of turn. and it can go up to 35%. So we try to eliminate her before turn 1 ends. Then after, you're gonna target the other Maya that can stun turn 2, end of turn 2, not start of turn 2. So you kill her before turn 2 ends, and she's gonna be second. Third is gonna be this Trunk. He's a little bit more annoying than Goku Black, but if you have a lot of purples or you have a good targeting to kill a yellow, you can take Goku Black before Trunks. Generally you take Trunks then Goku Black. Fifth is gonna be Future Gohan because he has some death buff and you can kill him later on. And sixth is gonna be Zamasu because he's the tankiest of the enemy team. So we recap, you go EX Might, Green Might, Trunks, Goku Black. Then fourth is gonna be Future Gohan because of the death buff, and sixth is gonna be Zamasu because he's the tankiest from the enemy team. Now let's get to fight number 3, which is this one. Very easy again, and let me put the guide here. First, it's gonna be Pan. She's the most recent character, most annoying. She can also get some support to allies. She's also doing the most damage, so you kill Pan first. Second is gonna be this Red Goku. Red Goku can debuff from turn 3 the enemy defense 10%, so you kill him before turn 3. Third is gonna be Rildo. Rildo does the most damage out of the 4 remaining, so we take him third, plus he can debuff when he hits you. Fourth is gonna be either this EX Rildo or Super Saiyan Goku, depending on the color of the team. For example, if you have a lot of purple, you can take Rildo so he's not annoying, or if you have a lot of blue, you can take Goku so he's not annoying. Sixth is gonna be EX Trunks. This is the Trunks, the old one, not the new EX. He just has some death buff. When he dies, he gives some blast damage to allies, so we take him last. To recap, we do Pan, then Red Goku, after that Rildo. 4 and 5 is gonna be either Red EX Rildo or the Green Goku, and we finish with the EX Trunks. Now let's get to fight number 4, which is this one, and it's not very difficult. Again, what you need to know is this Goku can cover Rescue both Strike and Blast. This Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can cover Change both Strike and Blast, and this Tag 4 can cover Strike. So it's really recommended to go full blast so you can avoid at least one cover, because what we are going to do is take this yellow Super Saiyan 4 first, so he's not going to cover anyone. And if you have a full blast, only one of these two will cover, only the Gogeta 4 will cover us. If you had strike characters, maybe both can cover you. Anyway, if you have fast strike characters, for example your first and second fastest are strike, you can keep them, just change your slowest to blast. If you don't know who is fast or slow, just change everyone to blast and it's fine. So to come back, we are going to take yellow Super Saiyan 4 first, then we take the Tag Force second because they can cover change and they're annoying because they do the most damage too. 3 and 4 is gonna be either purple or red Super Saiyan 4. They can gain damage turn 2 and they will do more damage, so you can kill them before the end of turn 2. Fifth, is gonna be full power Super Saiyan 4. Because he loses his damage from turn 3 and he loses damage cut 2, he will be less tanky later on. Sixth is gonna be a Gogeta 4. He's the tankiest of the enemy team and we try to Rising Rush him. If we take him early, it might take too long to kill him and he might not full KO or take too much damage. Recap, yellow Super Saiyan 4, Tag Force, then either purple or red Super Saiyan 4, 3 and 4. Fifth is gonna be full power Super Saiyan 4 and sixth is gonna be Gogeta 4. Now let's get to the next fight, which is gonna be number 5, and it's this one. You need to put nobody in the top row because Trunks can debuff your HP restore, and he will also debuff someone every restore in the middle. So put the tankiest character you have in the middle and don't put anyone in the top row. Remember to put everyone to the correct art. If you change to full blast or full strike last fight, you can put them back to the correct art. For this fight, what you do is you take the EX cell first because he does debuff every turn he's alive. Then you take the green cell second because he removes your special gauge end of turn 2. You try to kill him before he does that. Then third is gonna depend on what you have. If you have a lot of Goku in your team, you take Kefla third. If you have a lot of Regen in your team, you take Trunks third. If you have none of the two, you take Gotenks third. Then 4 and 5 is gonna be one of these two. And 6 Kakarot Goku. That's basically it for this fight. And let's go to number 6, which is gonna be this one. What you need to know is For this fight, is the Tug 17 and 18 are the most annoying enemy characters. They can debuff turn 1, but you can do nothing about it. However, they can tag switch to reverse red when they attack type disadvantage. When you attack them type advantage, they don't tag switch, so you can kill them before they do that, and they are super slow. I would advise to take them first. Second is gonna be the Strunks, because the Strunks, if another Gohan dies in your team, he's gonna super, so you kill him before he does super, or before you kill any Gohan. Third, I would take either the tag Gohan Trunks, they're most annoying I think among the four, or you take the future Gohan. Now I would take tag Gohan Trunks before, because future Gohan can support allies when he gets hit. And fourth is gonna be future Gohan, and we are taking future Gohan before the Trunks because he can gain damage every time an ally dies. So we take him 4. Fifth is gonna be this EX Gohan, because we are taking 60 Trunks. He's a little bit more tankier, and we try to Rising Rush him instead. But if you have a high damaging team, you can take Trunks, then the EX Gohan at the end. To recap, we take the Tag Droid first, then the Blue Trunks, the kid one, then the EX Tag character, future Gohan, the LL. 5 and 6 is gonna be depending if your team does a lot of damage, you take Trunks 5, the EX 6. If your team doesn't do that much damage, you take the EX5 and Trunks last. Remember to change to the correct art if you haven't yet. Next is gonna be fight number 7, and it's a super difficult one. For this fight, if you have any character that is over 4k key recovery and he can super, there isn't too many, there is just a couple of Ultras that have that. I would advise to bench them, because when you super this Ultra UI Goku, he will super you back. However, you can super him if you have someone slower than 4k key recovery, because from turn 2 he will be very slow, so you super him turn 1 with a slower character than him, then he won't super until the end of turn 2, which is fine. Now, what you do for this fight, you go full blast to avoid covers, because there is 2 strike cover, plus universal cover changes cover, strike and blast. If you take a full strike team and not full blast team, you would be covered 3 times probably, and if you take a full blast team, you might get covered only twice. What you do is you go full blast, then you take this UI first, so you can kill him before turn 2. Plus he can attack 2 times, he's annoying and he does a lot of damage. We take him first, very easy. Second is gonna be this Evo Vegeta. Now he's not the most annoying character, but we take him second just in case he didn't cover yet, and we try to avoid the blast cover change. Then third is gonna be this UI Goku, Red UI. Oh, you can take Red UI before Vegeta, because also Red UI can cover, so one of them might not cover change yet, so take one of them 2 or 3. Then fourth is gonna be the Goku and Frieza. They do a lot of damage and they're tag character. Remember, this fight is extremely difficult. Then fifth is gonna be Beerus, and we finish with this Jiren, who is tankier than Beerus, and he's less annoying than these 3 LL characters, so we take him last. That's basically it. To summarize, go full blast, change your character to blast, take UI first, then either MUI or Evo Vegeta 3, and the other is gonna be 4th. Second, sorry, and the other is gonna be 3rd. 4th is gonna be Go Frieza. 5th is Beerus, and we finish up with the Jiren. Now let's get to fight number 8. Not very difficult. What you do is take Raditz first, because he can super turn 1. Second is gonna be Broly, because every time he attacks he can debuff defense 10%, and you try to avoid it. He's super slow, you might be able to kill both turn 1. Now you can also take green DKP second if you wanted to, and blue Broly third, because also DKP debuff from turn 2, but I would take Broly just because he's a little bit more annoying, plus Broly can debuff turn 3 if you leave him. However, it's a 3-faster, maybe you'll be able to kill 2 or 3 in turn 1 if you have a high damaging team, and you can take DKP then Broly. Now, let's say we took Broly second, third is gonna be this Frieza, the green Frieza. He just support allies and can do some, he can build some special gauge, sorry. He's not the most annoying, but take him third because the other aren't as annoying as him. Fourth is gonna be DKP or Wojak. Now, DKP, he already debuffed from turn 2, so we don't care about it anymore. You can take him fourth if you want. Fifth is gonna be Bojack if you took DKP fourth. And last is gonna be Yellow Cell because it's the tankiest. Now let's recap. You do Raditz, then either DKP or Broly. If you took Broly second, you take Frieza third. If you take DKP second, you take Broly third. Now let's say you took Broly second, you take Frieza third, then DKP. Fourth is gonna be Bojack, and we finish up with Cell at the end. Now let's get to fight number 9. For this one, you just need to worry about 2-3 things. If you have PO movie characters that have both tags, for example, Cooler, he is both P1 movie, or Broly is both P1 movie, we try to bench them. If you have too many and you cannot bench it, it's fine. And that's because this Yellow Pycon, he can stun someone randomly turn 1 if there is a PO movie character. Now, he also can debuff the top row, so don't put anyone in the top row if you have any PO movie, so you put everyone down like this if you have one in your team. If you don't worry, he's not gonna debuff. If you have a full strike team or a mixed art team, which is both blast and strike in your team, you take Casserole first, so you can avoid any cover change with him. So you take him first, and then Piccolo is gonna be second. If you have a full blast team, you take Piccolo first, because he can support allies and he can debuff when he attacks, so we try to kill him as soon as possible and not stack the debuffs. And we can go with Casserole second, depending on your team. Third is gonna be Bojack, he's the most annoying of the remaining 4. Then 4 to 6 is just any of these characters, they are not that annoying, and it will depend on your color. For example, if you have a lot of purple, you can take this Pycon early, so he's not annoying your purple. If you have a lot of red, you can take this Pan early, so she's not annoying your your red character. Sorry. Now let's recap. If you have a full blast team, take Piccolo then Casserole. If you have a strike team or a mixed, you take Casserole then Piccolo. Then third is gonna be Bojack. 4 to 6 is just gonna depend on the characters you have. And avoid taking any PO movie character if possible. If you cannot, just don't put anyone in the top row, which is the 3 boxes in the top. That's basically it. Now let's get to fight number 10, which is the Ginyu Force. For this fight, if you can go full blast and your team allow it, you have enough blast ability, I would advise it. If you cannot, it's fine, you can stay strike. It's not gonna be a big problem. Just you're gonna change your order a little bit. Anyway, full blast or full strike or a mixed team, you can take Jis and Berter first, they're gonna go first. Now if you have a full blast team, I would advise to take this Goku Ginyu second, because he can debuff 10% or 20% depend. Every time he's alive, every turn he's alive for 1 turn. So we try to avoid the debuffs. Now if you do not have a full blast team and a mixed team, you take Gyarados second, so they don't strike cover you. Now one of them is gonna be second, the other is gonna be third, depending on your team. Fourth is gonna be this Jis, and fifth is gonna be this Rokum. We take Rokum fifth because he loses some damage cut every time Ally for the Ginyu Force dies, so we take him as late as possible. And sixth is gonna be this Ginyu, and we take this Ginyu 6 because he has a revive and he's gonna take longer to kill, so we try to Rising Rush his second life. Now let's just recap. Sorry, if you have a full blast team, you take Jis and Berter, then Goku Ginyu with Rokum Gyuli third, then EX Jace is gonna be fourth. We finish up with Rokum, the EX fifth, and 6 is gonna be Ginyu. If you have a mixed art team, you take you take Jis and Berter first, Rokum and Gildo second, Goku Ginyu third, fourth is Jis, fifth is EX Rokum, and 6 is gonna be Ginyu. That's basically it for fight number 10. Now for fight number 11, you have to choose either full blast or full strike, so you don't get covered more than once, and that's a must because you have 2 cover changes after Ultra Kid Buu. We're going to take Ultra Kid Buu regardless, so we don't count him. You have a cover change for blast from Evil Buu, and you have a cover change from strike from Buuhan. So you choose one that suits you most, full strike or full blast, and you take it so you don't get covered more than once. Now Ultra Kid Buu is first as always because he's doing the most damage and he's the most annoying. Second is gonna be this Super Buu because he can turn 3, so he will stop for one of your units from attacking from turn 3, so we take him second. Third is gonna depend on your team damage. If you have a high damaging team, I would advise Kid Buu, so we stop his debuffs as soon as we can. If you don't have a high damaging team, We take Wuhan, so he doesn't attack you too much. He can attack 2 times and do a lot of damage. So they're gonna go 3 and 4. And Fat Boo is gonna go 5th. He's not doing too much damage. He just can debuff the middle row, so don't put anyone in the middle if possible. And 6th is gonna be Evil Boo, because he's the tankiest of them all. Now for Fat Boo, just don't put anyone in the middle row. Put everyone down like this and like this, so it's not going to annoy you with the debuff that Fat Boo does. Fat Boo is debuffing your defense by 20%, and that's really high. They will hit you very hard if you put anyone in the middle row. It's just the middle row character that get debuffed, of course. Let's recap all of this. You go full strike or full blast depending on your team's strength. Kid Boo first, Super Boo second. If you have a high damaging team, you take Kid Boo third, green one. If you have a low damaging team, you take the Wuhan third, and the other is gonna be fourth. 5th is Fat Boo, and 6th is gonna be Evil Boo. Fight number 12, same as fight number 8. So go back to fight number 8 if you want more detail. But basically what you do is take Raditz, then Broly, DKP, or Frieza third. I would take DKP third if you have a high damaging team, Frieza third if you don't have a high damaging team. Then you're gonna take Bojack, and we finish with the set. Go back to fight number 8, you will have more details. Let's get to fight number 13, which is this one. And this fight, you need to be very careful. It's not super difficult really. I did it last season. You can go check season 107, fight number 25, 24. I did it. You just need to follow the guidance. So what you do in this fight is you must go full blast. It's a must because there is too many strike covers. There is 1 strike cover, 2 strike cover, 3 strike cover. Plus this guy can strike nullify, and when he nullify, he's gonna debuff your enemy team, and it's gonna be annoying. So you go full blast. There is only 1 blast cover, and it's blue VB. What you can do to avoid it, you take blue VB first, then you take one of these 2, Fusing Vegito or Ultra Vegito blue second, and the other is gonna be third. Then you take the purple VB fourth, 5th is gonna be the purple Super Vegito, and finish with Ultra Super Vegito. If you have a high damaging team and don't mind getting covered once, what you do is you ignore VB first, you take either Ultra VB or Fusion Super Vegito first, and the other is gonna go second. Usually I take Fusion Super Vegito because they can get super fast turn 2, and I can kill them first turn before they attack me, but I cannot kill this Ultra VB turn 1 before they attack me. So we take them first, second, and then third is gonna be Vegito Blue, the LL. Then fourth is gonna be this purple VB, 5th purple SV, and we finish with Ultra Super Vegito. That's basically it for the order. Recapping, go full blast, you take Fusion Super Vegito and Ultra VB 1 and 2. Unless you want to avoid the cover, you take VB first, then these 2 and 3. Now we finish with this 3. You go to purple VB, purple SV, and finish 6th with Ultra Super Vegito. That's basically it. Just remember, go full blast for this team, it's a must. Fight number 14 is this one. It's not too difficult, especially it's a 3-fister. What you need to know, the 2 most annoying are this Videl and this Broly. Videl can stack some damage, she can have support, and she's a little bit annoying. This Broly can transform turn 3 and stun, so we're gonna kill them first and 1 and 2, sorry, so they can be gone very quickly. I usually take Broly first, then Vidal second. Third is gonna be this Goten. He can support allies, especially Gohan allies, and he's more recent than the others. I would take him third because he can be a little bit annoying. Fourth is gonna be this Gohan. 5th is this Death Buff Goku, and we finish it up with Broly, who can nullify an attack. So we take him last, so it doesn't take too long to kill. Let me recap. You take either Videl or Red Broly first, and the other is gonna go second. Most likely Broly then Videl. Third is gonna be Goten. Fourth is EX Gohan. 5th is this Goku Death Buff, and we finish up with the purple Broly. Now this is fight number 15. It's now when you start bringing on at least 1 Z tier in your team, so you can get enough point for the boost. At least 1 for this stage is recommended for the extra points. But basically for this fight, what you do is if you have any Saiyan and Hybrid in your team and you can bench them, Like if you have only two of them, you can bench both. You do it because this Trunks can debuff your entire enemy team. If there is a Saiyan or a Hybrids, even one character he's gonna debuff. So if you can bench two, do it. Like Blue Baby is a Saiyan. If you are running a Regen team, or Green Baby Trunks, this character specifically is a hybrid character, so you bench him if you can. If you cannot, it's fine. Now what you do for this fight is you try to go full blast. If you cannot go full blast, well, it's fine, just keep it and take Trunks first, then Bulma second. If you can go full blast, I would take Bulma first, then Trunks second. Unless you have a lot of Saiyans or you have any Saiyan or hybrid, you always take this Trunks first. A little bit complicated, but full blast, you take Bulma, then Trunks. Unless you have any Saiyan or hybrid, you take Trunks, then Bulma. If you have a strike team, you always take Trunks first, then Bulma second. Third is gonna be Bula, because she can support allies, she can do some crits. Unless you have Goku's in your team, because this Vegeta can do extra damage to Goku, you take Vegeta, then Bula fourth. I would take also Bula third in case you have a lot of strike units and she didn't cover, and she didn't cover yet, so we can take her third. Anyway, this two will be third and fourth. 5 and 6 is gonna be this Green Trunks or this Trunks and Mai. I usually take Trunks, the green one before Trunks and Mai, but it's up to you. Let me recap. You try to go full blast. You take Bulma first, then Trunks for second. If you don't have a full blast team, you take Trunks first, then Bulma second. Third is gonna be either Bula or this Blue Vegeta. Blue Vegeta third only if you have Goku's in your team, because it does extra growth damage to Goku. In any other cases, you take Bula third and Vegeta fourth. 5 and 6 is gonna be this Trunks, the green one, and the Trunks and Mai. Fight number 16, very easy. You can even bring the 2 Z tiers to this fight, no problem, because it's only a 3-fister and it's not difficult really. I would take either Majub or Baby, the Blue Baby first and second, depending on your team color. If you have reds attacking early, you take Majub. If you have greens attacking early, you take this green or purples attacking early, you take this Blue Baby. Now third is gonna be the EX Red Baby, because he's a little bit more annoying than this Janemba. This Janemba doesn't do too much, really, just nullify a blast and he's gonna delay your attack for killing him, that's all. Fifth is gonna be this EX Majub, because he gains some damage when he gets below 60% HP, and he also gains some damage cut, so he takes longer to kill, so we take him a little bit later. And 6 is gonna be this Red Janemba, because he can nullify a blast and stun a character. But if you RR him, it doesn't matter anyway. Now, if you have a full strike team, what you can do is you take this 2 first and second as always. Then third, you take this Red Janemba, because you are not using any blast, so you cannot nullify it. And then you take this Red Majub 6th, so if he goes below 60% HP, it doesn't matter, we're going to Rising Rush him anyway. And 3 and 4 is and 4 and 5, sorry, it's gonna be this Baby, then this Purple Janemba. Now let's recap. 1 and 2 is gonna be Blue Baby or Majub, the yellow Majub. Third is gonna be EX Baby. Fourth is gonna be this Purple Janemba. Fifth, EX Majub. And 6 is gonna be Red Janemba. Fight 17. Again, you can bring your 2 Z tiers, no problem. Very easy fight. What you do is you take this yellow Rosie first, because she's a little bit more annoying and than the others in terms of damage. You take her first. You can also take this purple Kakunsa first if you want, and if you have a lot of green units, she can be annoying, so you take one of them first. Usually you take Rosie, unless you have a lot of greens. Second is gonna be Ribrian in any case, because from turn 3 she can debuff, and it's gonna be annoying, so we take one of these 2 first, Ribrian second, and one of these 2 will be third. 4 and 5, usually I would take Rosie, 5 the EX, but you can take Ribrian 4, sorry. One of them is gonna be 4 and 5. And 6, you're gonna finish with the EX Kakunsa, because she's the tankiest of the character outside of this blue Ribrian, and we try to Rising Rush her, but it's a 3-fist, you won't Rising Rush anyway. However, we take her 6 regardless, because it takes longer to kill. Now let's recap. Either the purple Rosie or purple Kakunsa or yellow Rosie will go first, and the other is gonna go third, and the blue Ribrian is gonna go second. Fourth is gonna be Red Rosie, fifth is gonna be Yellow Ribrian, and we finish with the EX Kakunsa, which is the green one. And you can bring both your Z tier to this fight. No worries, because it's super easy. Fight number 18 is the same as fight number 13. Go back in the video bar, I have time links, you can go back there. But basically you go full blast. You take either blue VB first, so you avoid the cover. With 2 and 3 is gonna be the Fusion, Super Vegito and Ultra VB. If you don't care about the cover, you go full blast regardless. You have to go full blast for this fight. Doesn't matter, even if you have Strike Team. And you take this Fusion, Super Vegito and Ultra VB 1 and 2. Third is gonna be blue VB. Fourth, regardless, is gonna be purple VB. Fifth is gonna be purple SV. And you finish with the Rising Rush on Ultra Super Vegito. I wouldn't advise to take those Z tiers because it's a pretty hard one and you don't want them to die. So I would advise even to take no Z tier if possible, if they aren't strong enough. If they are strong enough, it's fine, you can take them, no problem. Or at least one of them you can take it. Now let's get to fight number 19, which is extremely easy compared to this one. You can even take 2 Z tiers if they are strong enough. It will be no problem. You take one if they are pretty low HP. But basically for this fight, it's the same as number 3. If you want more detail, go to fight number 3. But what you do is you take yellow pan first. Second is the red Goku. Third is gonna be red Rildo. 4 and 5 is gonna be EX Rildo or Super Saiyan Goku. One of them is gonna go 4, the other is gonna go 5. And you finish up with this EX Strong last because he can death buff. Okay, this is fight number 20. Not super difficult, but a little bit tricky. For this fight, if you can go full blast to avoid this Trunks cover. But if you have a heavy strike team, just keep it strike. It's not a big problem, just one cover. It's not a big issue. Anyway, for this fight, what you do is you take this purple Trunks first because he can cover both strike and blast. You take him so he doesn't annoy us and miss one attack. Second is gonna be the stuck Goku, the stuck Trunks and Vegeta, sorry, because they can tag switch and do a lot of damage, so we take them second. Third is gonna be the Sword of Trunks because he's the highest damaging dealing character after him, and we take them third. Fourth is gonna be this free-to-play Trunks, he can support a little bit. Fifth is gonna be this Vegeta, he loses buffs when Vegeta clan allies or 3 Vegeta clan allies dies. So right now he's not gonna be threatening when we take him 5. And 6 we finish with this green Vegeta, the Legends Limited. Let's recap. Go full blast if you can, if you cannot it's fine. But anyway, take this purple Trunks first. If you cannot go full blast, you keep it strike. That's what I mean, but it's fine. Anyway, you take purple Trunks first, then the tag character second. Third is gonna be blue Trunks. Fourth is gonna be the blue free-to-play Trunks. 5 is gonna be the EX, and we finish with Super Saiyan Blue Green Vegeta. Fight number 21, very easy. You can bring 2 D tier for this fight if you want, no problem. It's not super difficult unless they are low HP and they're a little weak, or they're low star. You bring only 1 Z tier so you get enough points. Anyway, for this fight what you do is you take this Namek Goku first. He's the most annoying. If you can go full blast, go full blast, you can avoid this cover. However, if you have a heavy strike team, keep it strike. It doesn't matter too much, just one cover is not a problem. Regardless, we take this blue Goku first. Then we take this Ultra Vegeta second because he gets so much damage from tier 2. Plus he has the Ultra ability, so he's not annoying a little bit. 3 and 4 is gonna be one of these 2 characters, the EX tag or the Frieza, depending on which one is more annoying for your team. If you have a lot of blue, you take Frieza. If you have a lot of green character, you take this tag character, or if you have a lot of yellow too. It's just depending on what's more annoying. 5th is gonna be Nail in any cases, and 6th is gonna be Piccolo. He's a bit tankier than Nail, he can build some damage cut. And that's basically it. Let's recap. Goku first, Vegeta second, 3 and 4 either the Frieza or the tag character, 5th Nail, and you finish with Piccolo. Let's get to fight number 22. And remember, for this fight you can take 1 Z tier or 2 Z tier if they are good enough. Fight number 22, very easy again. You can bring both Z tier, super easy. You can bring all the Z tier you want. You're gonna kill this fight super fast. I would say I would even recommend it because it's one of the later fights and it gives a lot of points. What you do is you take either Piccolo or this Beerus first. I usually take Piccolo, he's a little bit more annoying than Beerus second. We take Beerus second because this Whis loses all his damage, and he doesn't support anyone anymore when Beerus is dead. So we take Beerus and kill him before turn 2. Third is gonna be Bulma. Just don't put anyone in the top row because Bulma can debuff damage at the top row. And fourth is gonna be Charlotte. Fifth is gonna be Whis, sorry. And we finish up with the Kid Gohan. You can take Kid Gohan fifth if you want, and Whis sixth. It doesn't matter too much. They're both just nothing necessarily. So you take one of them sixth if you want, and the other fifth. Now let me show you for Bulma. Don't put anyone in the top row, so like this. Keep it empty so it doesn't have any damage debuff. For fight 23 is this one. It's not very easy, so I wouldn't advise to take 2 Z tiers. If your Z tiers are low HP, I would advise to bench them for the last fights really, because this one they can hit you very hard. If you have 1 healthy, you can take him. If you have 2 healthy, you can take them too. It's fine. Anyway, for this fight, you must go full blast. There is 4 strike cover, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's gonna be super annoying if you take a strike team and they will delay your attack. They might hit you very hard because you are not going to kill them fast enough, and you might not full KO too. So going full blast is a must for this fight. And what you do is you take Roshi first because he cover blast, and you nullify his blast cover by killing him first. Second is gonna be depending on your team damage. If your team does a lot of damage and you can kill 2 in turn 1, I would take DKP second so you can avoid his turn 2 debuffs. But if your team doesn't do a lot of damage, you take this path to power second and you finish him start of turn 2 before he attacks turn 2. And third is gonna be DKP. If you took DKP second, you take path to power third. Fourth is gonna be Goku. I wouldn't take Piccolo Jr. fourth because if you attack him a little bit turn 3 and he turn 2 sorry, and he entered turn 2 below 70% HP, he gets a huge damage buff and it's gonna be super annoying. So we take Goku 4th, then DKP Piccolo Jr. 5th, sorry. So we take him a little bit later and he doesn't get that buff. 6th is gonna be the Android 8 because of the death buffs, and we're gonna try to Rising Rush him so he doesn't help the other allies when he dies early. To recap, you take full blast team because there is too many strike covers, with Roshi being first. Second is gonna depend on your team damage. If you do a lot of damage and can kill 2 in turn 1, you take DKP. If you cannot, you take the Goku, the path to power Goku, then DKP is gonna go third. Fourth is gonna be the Green Goku, 5th Piccolo Jr., and you finish with Android. Let's go to fight number 24. Very easy. I would advise to take your 2 Z tier for this fight. It's one of the last fights and it's gonna give you a lot of points, so take as many Z tier as you can for this fight. And what you do is you try to go full blast. If you cannot go full blast, it's fine. What you do is take Goku before DKP, but the most optimal way is to go full blast and take DKP, then either Goku or Bulma second. If you think you can kill 2 in turn 1, you take Bulma second. If you think you don't do enough damage, you take this Goku second, then Bulma is gonna go third. Fourth, I will take Android 8, even if his death buff is fine, because these 2 guys don't do a lot of damage, and Android 8 is a little bit more annoying than them, so you kill them fourth. 5 is gonna go Tao because he can crit a little bit, and 6th is gonna be this Roshi. He doesn't do too much to be honest, and that's basically the order. Let me recap. Go full blast if you can. If you can go full blast, you take DKP, then Bulma second if your team does a lot of damage, Goku second if your team doesn't do a lot of damage and you don't think you can kill 2 in turn 1. The other is gonna go third, and fourth is gonna be Android 8, fifth is gonna be Tao, and sixth is gonna be Roshi. If you have a full strike team or mixed art team and you cannot change to full blast, you take this Goku first, then you take this DKP second with Bulma third, and the rest is the same with Android 8, Tao, then Roshi, sorry. For fight number 25, we take the 4 fist, not the 5 fist, because the 5 fist is too difficult and he might not full KO, and if you don't full KO, you'll get less point than a 4 fist. Anyway, you might even lose, so it's more detrimental and you can't get the CC anymore. Let's get to the 4 fist. For this one, it's the same as fight number 7, so go to fight number 7 in the barcode if you want more detail. The summary is, don't take any character that supers turn 1 and have more than 4k key recovery, because when this UI Goku supers, you super him, he supers back, so we try to super him after he attacks. What you do is you take him first, and you need a full blast team, so you avoid strike covers. There is 2 strike cover and the universal cover change, so it's annoying a little bit. So we go full blast. And what you do is UI Goku, then second is going to be either MUI or the Evo Vegeta, so you avoid 1 blast cover if they didn't yet. And fourth is going to be this Go Frieza, fifth is going to be Beerus, and we finish up with this G-Rank. Of course, go back to fight number 7 if you want more details. And that's basically it for this season. Let me know if you enjoyed this style of guide. It's much faster. Of course, there isn't gameplay, unfortunately. However, maybe it's easier. Maybe it's better because it's early. Let me know which team you are using, and have a good one.